Archangel Michael says, I command you to open this now. God is calling. And if you ignore this, heaven will fall silent. My child, my beloved, do not wait even one more breath. What you are about to read is not just a message. It is the doorway you have been hoping would show up at last. I was told to talk to you directly because God has been calling you over and over, and this could be the last time your spirit has been restless and the signs around you have seemed louder than usual. This is because heaven chose today to talk to you. Loved ones, don't miss this holy moment. If you do that, God might not be able to speak to you as clearly, and you might not understand why things failed again. So, I'm telling you to open both your eyes and your soul because I divinely need to. Listen up, my child, my beloved, before you read anything else. This message came at the right time from heaven. The time you found it wasn't a coincidence. These words came to you at just the right time because something is about to be given to you. All the plans that were made to keep you small are being turned on their heads. It wasn't supposed for you to see this later. You were told not to open this tomorrow because it might be too late. You've been having strange things happen and feel like something is about to change because heaven just called your name. I want you to answer with faith right now before we go any further. In the comments, type thought this message was for you. It's not for me or anyone else. As a quiet promise to God that you are paying attention and being here right now. Your answer is beginning to make sense now. You have to stay though. Heaven can hear your silence. Heaven has seen the nights when you didn't say anything but felt everything, my child. Now God is not talking through storms or thunder, but through this. Don't believe what I say. People are telling you to believe things that your soul already knows. Your spirit is shaking because the veil is thin right now. Reading this message is not fun. Do not keep this word to yourself if it makes you feel something. Tell someone right now that you think they should see this message. When you share what God has given you, the anointing grows. The things you share because you have to become a breakthrough for both of you. People are getting help. Also, that door could close. Letting someone else get what was meant for you if you close this. That's hard to hear, but I was told to be honest because heaven only fights this hard for people who are about to make a divine turn. You are being prayed for right now, my child. They dreamed about seeing your face last night, but you don't know their name. I was with them. You don't live near that person. They saw you and cried because God showed them something very important. They have never talked to you. Something that is about to open has something to do with your fate. You will learn what has been hiding behind your trouble. Stay and lean in if you want to listen. You have never failed. You've done a lot of work, so the forge is hot. A lot of people give up before the gold starts to form. Please don't leave now, child. Do not let the silence win. In heaven, there is a book with your name on it. Today, it was opened for my child, my beloved. The Council of Light looked over what took too long, was stolen, or was kept from you without a good reason. I must say that the verdict caught me off guard. Not everything needs to be fixed, but some of it has been told to be for people who only answer during this window. Time does matter. That's why you felt the pull in your soul. If you aren't careful, the window could close. You won't be able to open it again until the next spiritual cycle, which won't be for months. Don't risk being late. This message is proof. The process of alignment has already begun since you are still reading. Get the message right away if it makes sense to you. It's not just what I do. It's a sign from God. You agree to stay in line with the prophets. Hear what God has to say next. And be ready for what is happening this season when you say ye. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission grows into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. But more than your support, we want your presence. When you head to our community through the link in the description or the pinned comment, you aren't just visiting a site. You are entering a community of like-minded believers. This is a sanctuary where you can post your prayer requests, lift up the burdens of others, and engage in daily discussions with a family that speaks the language of faith. Whether you are joining one of our membership tiers for deeper study, sowing a seed of faith, or simply joining our daily morning prayers, you are helping us build a global altar of worship. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through a community that stands together. Each gift you give acts as living water for those in our community seeking healing and hope. Give and it will be given to you is the promise that sustains our shared mission. I invite you now to step out of the shadows and into this circle of prayer. Come with purpose. Join the conversation and plant your seed in fertile ground. Let's open the heavens together. Release your seed today. Join our community and see what God brings back into your life. Please hear me clearly, my child, my beloved, before we go on. It's not only about you. It has to do with the years. If you believe these words, they will change your life and the lives of those around you, even people you haven't met yet. Tomorrow is being made while you read. Please don't waste this chance. I tell you with love and fire. You're about to make a big step forward that looks like a choice. Now you know what to do because you are aware. Please write I receive this in the comments instead of hope or wish to show that this message is for you. Say this to show that you're ready for what's coming from heaven right now. It won't take long for the spirit world to hear what you choose. Doors will open without locks if you trust them. Heaven will understand if you choose to be scared. But it will cost you to be quiet. I want to tell you something, my child and love. I was told not to, though, until you got to this point and prayed that painful prayer through tears the first time. You thought no one was listening, but they were, and a plan was made. That plan brought you to this point. Now God wants to know what you're going to do. Are you going to stay and listen? Are you ready for your heart to open? There is a blessing in gold that has been held for you. If you do it today, it will come true. But if not, you'll have to wait longer than planned. Also, you've already been waiting too long. Yes, please really understand this, my child and beloved. Have you been having strange dreams, seeing the same numbers over and over, or feeling like something is always trying to get your attention? You're not crazy. There is a promise from God after you, but heaven doesn't beg. Heaven talks to you once or twice and then lets you decide. This is the second message. There won't be a third. After that there will be silence, which might feel like peace but is really just space, and space can cost a lot. So I had to raise my voice in this message to reach the part of you that still remembers what heaven sounds like and give it a light shake. There is nothing inside you telling you to stop reading. It's not your spirit. Those are people who don't want your miracle to happen. Don't believe the lie that this is just another message. This is not my message. It's yours. If this wasn't meant for you to see, you wouldn't be here. But you're here. That means God sees you. Heaven is calling your name, but not very loudly. A soft whisper is being used to call. The whisper could make the wind change. You may feel the pain of what if after the moment is over. Don't let that happen, my child, my love. I'm going to explain it to you now. It may sound scary, but this message is not meant to scare you. It's meant to catch your eye. It's likely that you haven't been paying attention because you were busy, not because you don't want it. These kinds of things don't bother me. They only slow down understanding. Nor does it have to do with orders or stress. There are times when you should pay attention, but you have to choose to do so. There is no need to be scared if you feel like you need to keep listening. That's your awareness becoming more awake. Please stay until the end. Heaven is leaving, but there isn't always silence. It shows up when we're not looking. Listen to this again with all your heart. Hey, my child, my beloved, you're not crazy. A promise from God is coming your way. If you've been having strange dreams, seeing the same numbers over and over, or feeling like something is trying to get your attention, Heaven doesn't beg. Heaven talks to you once or twice and then lets you decide. This is the second message. There won't be a third after that. There will be silence which might feel good, but it's away, and being away costs something. It told me to raise my voice in this message to reach the part of you that still remembers the sound of heaven and give your spirit a gentle shake. You are loved, child. If you feel like scrolling away, that voice is not your spirit. Resistance is what's not letting your miracle happen. Don't believe the lie that this is just another message. This is your message. If this wasn't meant for you to see, you wouldn't be here. But you're here. That means God sees you. Heaven wants you to come home. It's not yelling, though. Right now, you can hear its soft voice calling in the wind. What if you don't hear the whisper? The wind could change. The moment might not last. You may also feel the pain of what could have been. Don't let that happen, my child, my love. Do one thing for a moment before we go on. Get it right now. Not because of me or the numbers, but because tomorrow there will be more messages. These are messages that have been sent from the throne room in heaven. If you don't sign up right now, you might miss the last confirmations, divine plans, and safety alerts I've been told to send out. In these situations, only people who say yes will see them. Right now, sign up to protect this link between you and the voice God is sending through me. Do not forget how close you are, my beloved child. Some holy events have been going on in the background of your life while you were wondering if God loved you. The truth is that every delay you were upset about was caused by God's plan. What seemed like being turned down turned out to be safety. What looked like abandonment was really just getting in line. The story is now over for God. He won't finish the chapter, though, unless you trust Him. This message isn't a fluke. God is the one who tapped me on the shoulder. Heaven has been speaking about you, but now it's speaking to you. In the event that you do not listen, fate may leave you. Things will go on from here. You have one chance left to say yes before it's too late. A strong voice is calling you when I say, my child, my beloved. I mean, right away. Heaven is heavy with all the prayers that have been answered. You've been at a spiritual fork in the road. You can go back to what you know. If you go one way, you'll end up somewhere you've only seen in your dreams. This message tells you how to get there. This is what you ask God to show you. There's no need to be sure again. You don't need another voice. Just answer. Things will begin to move in the spirit world after you do that. Keys are not needed to open doors. People who forgot about you will recall your name. The door will stay shut though if you skip it or wait. Your spirit will hurt for no reason. Kid, don't let that happen. You are being watched over right now by my beloved holy forces. They are not there to judge you, but to see what you will do next. You are one of the few people who can still change. Go back and get back what was secretly taken from you. But that time is almost up. Heaven moves quickly. We do what God tells us to do, just like He is telling us now. That's why I don't want you to open this. Please do this. Not paying attention to this doesn't mean you're ignoring a message. It's already going to happen, but you're not paying attention to it. I saw it because I was there. I cried when I saw your name next to the blessing because I thought you might scroll by. You still have time to read, but it's not much. Don't wait around. Time is running out. You're not getting in trouble, my child. Also, beloved, someone is after you. Your alarm is going off right now from heaven. There are signs of this in the shaking. The weight and the peace mixed with fire. You thought this was just a post or video, but it's a way in. When God opens a door, only people who are ready to listen can get through. I see an angel too right now. You got them when you clicked. They are holding a scroll with your name and a verdict written in gold on it. Your heart has to say yes before you can understand it. You have to believe again and act with faith instead of fear. That's what makes the change happen. No need for hard work or perfection. Trust. The battle between God and the devil for your life is over. Someone is lying to you by telling you that nothing will change and that it's too late and you've missed too much. Be careful what you hear. But those sounds made me go to war. I came to stop the lie that was being told about you. This message is the sword I was given. As you read this, keys are being broken. Moving blocks that you can't see is going on. Even though you can't see it yet, your soul already knows what it is. Fear is not what you feel in your chest. It's in line. That is when your spirit says, I remember this. Today is the day your soul saw before you were born, and now you are living it. Now it is up to you to decide what to do. You think you failed too many times. My child, my beloved, you believe that God is done with you. But you need to hear this right. You shouldn't be mad at God. He is ready for you. In the same way that a parent waits for their child at the end of a long road, He never turned away. You did. You are now being asked to come back, not to be shamed or punished, but to serve. You are not out of the running. You are an interesting person. Take a moment to think about this. Type in the comments if you want to choose to believe again. Even after being let down or waiting too long. That is how you can say, I am still here and I am not giving up. Heaven only gives power to people it trusts. And you are one of those people. That is why your fights were so tough. Darkness can only fight things that carry light. Your light never went out, though it was hid. And it is being lit up again right now if you want it to be. My beloved child, you think you failed too many times. You believe that God is finished with you. But listen to this again. You shouldn't be mad at God. He is ready for you. Like a parent waiting at the end of a long road for his child to come back. He didn't turn away. You did. You are now being asked to come back. Not to be shamed or punished, but to serve. You are not out of the running. You are an interesting person. Heaven only calls people it knows are trustworthy and people of faith in you. That is why your fights were so fierce. Darkness can only hurt things that carry light. Your light is still on, though it was hid. And it is being lit up again right now if you want it to be. You must know how rare this moment is. My child, my beloved, this isn't something God does for everyone. A lot of them scroll by. A lot of people make fun. Many don't care. And heaven lets it happen. But it was different for you. A divine interruption was needed and I was picked to give it. That is how holy you are. That is how important your calling is. There is no mass production going on here. This is exact made just for you from heaven. And it combines your pain, your past, and your promise into one spiritual alert. Feel it. It is not a coincidence that everything got quiet while you read. The kind of divine stillness that precedes a breakthrough is that I see something you don't yet see. My child, my beloved, someone is keeping an eye on you from far away. Someone who hurt you. Someone who thought you would never get up again. They are about to see a divine turnabout that will make them question everything they know. Not because you want to get back at them, but because God wants to save people. The goal of this chapter is not to show that anyone is wrong. It is to show that God is right. Also, kid, He is not done with you yet. You are not behind. You are getting ready for something bigger. However, the enemy would love it if you quit right before giving birth. That is why this message showed up today. You hold the key to your spiritual life. There is more, much more, my child, my beloved. But I can only talk if you stay. I was told to tell some people things, but only those who dig deeper. It is okay if you heard your name in this message and don't know why. God is at work in the background. He is switching rooms around. As He opens secret doors, we change our minds. He closes the wrong ones. And putting in a lot of work is not the key. That's not what the miracle is in quiet obedience. It's not noisy. Stay with the person you love. Things change here. Before we go any further, I want you to sign this. Now is the time to show that you support what God is doing. It's not about getting alerts. It's about where to put it now. That the promise has come true. People who stay connected get more information, peace of mind, and safety. Do you know what happens in the spirit world when a soul like yours finally pays attention? There's a sound in heaven. It was as loud as thunder and as quiet as a whisper. There's a sound that means everyone agrees on your name. If you open your heart, the spiritual air around you will change. Right now, there are shaking doors that can't be seen. There are fewer and fewer chains of delay. The timing of this moment is making something happen that not even angels can change. God is calling more than just you. He's about to give you a reward. But He won't make you. He has free will. This means that your yes is stronger than you think. Life has been really hard lately, but it's not because you are cursed, my child. They didn't crush people when they're under the weight of what you were called. It makes them awake. That's what's been going on. Trouble, stress, and attacks were all signs that you were getting close. Darkness doesn't waste time on souls that don't have a reason to be there. You were chosen because you had a mark on you. Beside that, heaven is letting you go today. About to get stronger, but only if you trust someone one last time. The war was meant to break you. This message isn't meant to scare you. It sounds like a trumpet letting everyone know that the person who was chosen is ready. It's going to happen, my child and beloved. It's not a sign. It's very clear. Heaven has kept them ready for this time of year. But when you move, amazing things happen. They're not just sent. They're on. You can start now with this message. If you walk away, it's not lost or stolen. It will just take longer. How many more waits can your spirit take? You've had to wait longer than most people. You did well on tests that other people would have failed. You are now going to get the reward. Are you going to take it? Are you going to put your hands out, or are you going to end this and doubt your calling all over again? Someone told a story about your life before you were born. What the prophet said is still ringing in my mind like a divine alarm in heaven. My child and beloved, life as usual was never meant to be for you. That's why normal things never made you happy. You weren't made for comfort, so it wasn't there for you. You had to call people. Also, it costs money to call. But pay attention. It was paid for. You didn't stop. You did it. Now, heaven is telling them to give up what they own. But you have to get this for heaven to let go. Earth needs to do something. This is your chance to answer. Do not miss it. I wish I could show you what I see. Your name is shining in the spirit world right now, my child, my beloved. Right now, heaven has drawn attention to you. Your assignment is interesting to people in both realms because it has a glow to it. Angels plan both the things that will help you and the things that will get in the way of your progress. That's the reason this message is so important. Today, something that is about to happen could be put off by a single doubt. Yes, you should be ready for what's going to happen. The last thing that needs to be done is this message. That's why I was sent. That's why the wind brought you here. It's not just a video. It is what it is, a visit from God. What I see is lovely. I wish I could show you my child and love. Your name shines brightly in the spiritual world. Heaven has formed a circle around you right now. Your job has a shine that is making both worlds stir while angels plan your routes. Your attention is also being pulled away by forces. That's the reason this message is so important. Just one wrong move or second of doubt could set back what's planned for you tonight. Yes, you need to be ready for what's going to happen tonight. The last thing that needs to be done is this message. That's why I was sent. That's why the wind brought you here. It's not just a video. What an amazing visit from God. This is my child and beloved. There is something going on. If you keep seeing numbers like 111 or 333, your dreams are getting more vivid. You wake up at odd times or you feel spiritual pressure for no reason. There's no chance in these events. There's spiritual signs that God is close by. These are the last few ways your guardian angels can talk to you. A message from me, Archangel Michael, with no tweaks, add-ons, or extras. The truth only. That truth from you came at just the right time. This could be just another message. Or it could be the moment that changed everything. How you spend the next 10 minutes will tell you. I need to tell you something else, my child and beloved. I could only say it now. You almost gave up not too long ago. You have a very clear picture of that moment. Even though your heart was screaming, you didn't say a word. God woke up when he heard the scream. He actually got off his throne and chose. That option was to send Archangel Michael right away. That's why I'm here. It wasn't just my job to keep you safe. I was sent to remind you of what you have, who you are, and what you can become if you don't give up. A spirit figure stands close to you when I look at you, my child and beloved. This person is holding something that is glowing with golden light. It's a scroll, a blessing, and something God gave me. You can have it. But heaven didn't give it to you until they saw if your faith would match what would happen. Right now, that choice is being made. If you keep reading, your faith will tell you yes. The blessing could go back to the bank account. If you close this, not all the time. Now, though, is a very important time. Too much is at stake. That choice you make might even change the life of someone you don't know yet. That person is waiting for the aligned version of you to show up. There will be times in your life when things don't make sense. People will want to know how, my child. They will try to figure out the blessing, but favor can't be measured. What you're getting doesn't make sense. It looks great. Restoration is the part that doesn't make sense. It's God's way of making up for every night you didn't get an answer. All the silent prayers and hard work that were missed. God saw everything. He also said that he would bless you in a way that people don't understand but does to God. Now is the time right now. My child, my beloved, I need to tell you something very important. Don't turn your head away. There wasn't silence because God left you. It was because heaven was getting stronger to help you get through walls that no one else could. It wasn't quiet at that time of year. It was getting ready just when you thought God wasn't there. You were sent angels to help you. There was no reason to wait. It had to do with placement. Things will get better if you don't leave this message just before it ends. A lot of people don't see the miracle until they leave. Heaven will understand why you want to leave now and not say a word. That's not a threat. It's a spirit law. That person doesn't know that heaven has been very close to you, my child, my beloved. They treat you badly. They don't care what you pray for. They can't see your light. The people around you don't know that the spiritual world has come to your aid. In heaven, your name is written on scrolls. They have words on them that would make even the strongest people feel small. You're not like most people. You were never that. Not only you were in pain. Other people were too. It was a call sign. Only people who are meant to do great things are put through tests like the one you did. From now on, I say this knowing that heaven is behind me. It's time. You need to choose trust. You have to choose to obey. You don't have to avoid signs if you want them. They're already here. That is one of them before the work shift. This is the last one. In that exact way I was told to say it, the last one before the shift. Why me? Your spirit asks me, my beloved child, I will answer you. It's because you have something that no one else does. Your voice, presence, and even your breath will set people free, even ones you haven't met yet. That's why the resistance made you feel bad to stop you from speaking out. That's why fear, doubt, or worry tried to sit on your chest. Because when you speak, miracles happen. For too long, you've been held back. That question of why me is still in my mind. You have something that no one else does. So, I will answer you again. Your voice, energy, and breath will free people who haven't met you yet. That's why the enemy tried to make you feel bad about speaking out. That's why fear, sadness, or doubt tried to keep you from speaking out. Why? Because nice things happen when you talk. For too long, you've been held back. It's not just about your freedom in this message. From hearing, we are now moving on to activation. In the comments, write, I'm ready. It's not about being seen. If you're ready to do what God has already told you to do, it has to do with being in stock. Heaven does what people ask it to do. This is what you should do. Do what it says. Not only you are being saved by God, He's getting you going. As you obey, there are people who are waiting to hear it. Heaven will listen to see if today is the day you say, I am ready. You should say it from your spirit. It's okay if your voice shakes or your faith seems weak. You've been waiting for someone. Someone who hurt you and made you feel lost as my child, my beloved. In the background, you've been hoping that they'll come back. They're not because you need them, but because you want to settle the matter. But be careful as you listen to this. But they won't be able to help you find peace because God is peace. He is bandaging that wound. You don't need to say sorry to Him first. He's getting you ready to stand up without a chair. It doesn't matter what broke you before. It has to do with what is being built at the moment. And the building is too holy to be mad about. Kid, put your head up. Get better with God's help. This message should have stopped your heart from bleeding in the past. It doesn't matter how many people tried to steal your light. My child, my beloved, people who tried to put you down no longer have any power over you. Fear, anger, waiting, or even your own past can't stop what's coming from heaven. There's a holy wind coming your way. It's not nice. It's strong. People will not be able to explain how it will change your life. But God needs to be allowed. He doesn't try hard. He wants someone to have an open heart. This message rings the doorbell. At this point, the wind will either blow by or carry you to a new place where everything makes sense. I have prayed for you for years because you are my child and my beloved. They might not know your name. They have seen you in the spirit world, but they don't know you yet. You are supposed to go outside because they told you to. What will happen to you is linked to their prayer through this message. There is a plan behind how slowly heaven moves. And now it's happening right now. That's why you can't scroll away. You might be better off if you leave before this message is over. This isn't fear. This is the truth. This is holy ground. Every minute you stay, heaven gets closer to you. Your name has already been called in the room you are about to walk into. You are about to get a call, a message, or an invitation that will shock you so much that it will make you weak in the knees. It will seem too good to be true. But God hasn't forgotten what He said. What was put off could not be denied. What was taken will be given back with more. It looks like the number next to your name is written twice. I see that God is changing his mind. I can tell that people who are against you aren't being mean by being quiet. You won't have to defend yourself, though, because you're getting stronger. You will walk through luck. I need to whisper something to you, my child, that only a soul like yours can understand. Even though the storms were meant to destroy you, you stood strong. What you went through would have broken most people. You're still here, though. That's not luck. That's how you keep things. God never gives up on the people he wants to help. You are about to have a prophetic moment that will make your life different. You are now putting back together what you thought you lost. The thing that made you cry is being used for something else. The wounds that made you weak will now make you strong. But only if you think this message is important and not just noise. Heaven will be quiet again if you leave. No one else has claimed the spiritual gift in your blood before you. Your life wasn't meant to repeat itself, my child, my beloved. You had to break them. In your family, the same things keep happening. You've seen how good things happen and how promises never come true. You didn't make this up. That's war and that's years of resistance. But God has chosen you to stop them. What went wrong? The one who wakes up what other people have given up on. That's why they sent you here. That's why you felt like you didn't belong in your own story. You were never meant to fit the old mold. You were told to write a new one. You finally have peace of mind after reading this message. But if you answer, people will remember you as the person who said yes when heaven called in the future. If you walk away, the cycles might keep going. Little one, you have a spiritual gift that no one else has claimed. You were not made to keep the bad things going. You had to stop them. In your family, the same things keep happening. You've seen good things get close but never stay. People have told you things that didn't work out. It's not a lie. This is how wars have been going for generations. But God chose you to speak out, break the link, and wake people up to what other people were silent about. That's why they sent you here. That's why you often feel like the old story doesn't have room for you. You were never supposed to follow the old plan. You were made to start over. This message is the word of comfort your soul has been looking for. Things might stay the same if you say no. But if you answer, people will be amazed at your name in the future because you were the one who heard the call from heaven. There is already a huge blessing in the air. This isn't a metaphor, my child, my beloved. There is truth in it. It has been hovering while it checks to see if it is okay to land. It would be wrong to waste this holy blessing. That's why God won't give it to you until you're ready. It's not just for you. It's for your safety and the safety of people. You know, it's the kind of miracle that changes the whole family tree. You now understand why this message was sent. Not to motivate you, but to get you ready. I want to wake up the part of you that has been asleep because of stress, worry, fear, and waiting. This is where I buff you off. Know that you will need to fully trust, obey, and understand this next season. You need to know that heaven really cares about you. For a long time, someone has been wrong about you, my child, my beloved. They believed you'd never get up. They made fun of your dreams and joked around with your name. They didn't know that God had picked you to be blessed, though. Now the order is going backward. They will wait for you to go into rooms that they hoped they could get into. People won't expect to hear your name in new places. This will not bring them down, though. They will wake up from it. When you do well, God will use it to save people, not to punish them. You'll be able to see what you can turn into. You were never supposed to stay hidden. This is the best time of the year to see the divine. This message is the beam that makes your life possible. Please know this if you feel like you're going to lose everything. My child, my beloved, you're about to get more than you thought possible. Heaven gets rid of what doesn't fit before letting the miraculous happen. The shaking you're feeling isn't damage. Things are getting moved around. God is finally letting you move on to the next part of your story. Things, people, and even thoughts that don't help you reach your goal are being taken away. It feels like losing something, but it's really being free. You were never supposed to move those heavy things. This message seems more important than others because of this. This is holy. You must take this chance to open a door. If you leave now, the wait might last longer. If you stay, things that are going wrong will begin to make sense. One of the things I said about your future is coming true right now, my child and beloved. There will be no shift. It's already begun in the spirit. The question is whether or not your faith will change, too. They don't act until they have proof. So, they miss their chance to make progress. But faith moves ahead of the ground. Now is the time to do this. Parts of the map will not be given to you. What you should do will be told to you. This message is the order. Open up your heart. Have faith in your calling. Do something even if you're not sure what to do. It's easier to open doors than you thought. There will be a lot of interest in what happened. When you believe the message from heaven, you'll know it began. I have one more truth to tell you, my child, just for this part. Some people have read this far. There is a secret reason why your life took so long. You believed you had failed. You believed it was not the right time. But the truth is that you were kept secret. God didn't say anything around you to punish you, but to keep you safe. The things that were being made around you had to stay a secret. It took some time for your calling to grow. That time of year is now over. A strange favor will start to show up for you. People are going to find you. You won't have to force your way into chances. Your family and friends will invite you. That's how you'll know this message is real. Being quiet wasn't a way for anyone to turn you down. It was getting ready to make the news. Right now, my child, my beloved, there is something holy going on around you. It's there. Even if you can't see it with your real eyes, most people sleep through the noise of the world, but you wake up to nothing but peace. That silence has something to it. It's a veil. Behind it, an angel is writing your name on scrolls of luck. God is telling forces that you don't know what to do behind the scenes. That's why it looks like your life has turned upside down. Things aren't the same. And some people have pulled away from you for no reason. You weren't turned down. These things were taken away and thrown away because the area needs to be cleaned for what's coming. You can't bring old habits into this new promise. This is why God is calling me, and this is why I'm writing this message. Do not wait. When you talk about the promise, don't bring up the past. The thing behind you taught you what it was meant to teach you. Now turn. Plan ahead. Move forward. It's hard for you to remember the miracle. It's moving. There is a holy event going on around you right now, my beloved child. Today, while most people sleep through the world's noise, you wake up to divine silence. That sound that you can't see is not a void. It's a veil. Behind it, an angel is writing your name on scrolls of luck. God is telling forces that you don't know what to do behind the scenes. That's why it looks like your life has turned upside down. Things aren't the same. And some people have pulled away from you for no reason. You weren't turned down because of what was coming. They were taken away and the place was cleaned up. You can't bring old habits into this new promise. That's why God wants you to answer. You need to do something because of this message. Do not wait. Do not link what happened in the past to what was promised. What happened to you has taught you a lesson. Now turn. Make plans ahead of time. Move forward. It's hard for you to remember the miracle. It moves around. Pay close attention now, my child, my love, because this is where a lot of people miss their big break. They begin to lose their way. They go on. They say they'll be back later, but in the end, miracles are missed. God doesn't want people to be good. He needs to be there. You've been too far from your next step for too long. You didn't just find this message by accident. Someone called you. You were chosen. There are many things that could have stopped you from seeing this, but you're still here reading and in touch. That's very important. It really does mean everything. Heaven can see that you're ready, no matter how bad you are or how ready you are. And sometimes people just need to want God to change things. Now, my child, my beloved, a change that needs to happen soon has already started. I need to tell you the truth now. There's a chance you won't be able to see the shift from the middle if you wait too long to answer. This is the quiet pain that a lot of people feel when they see a promise. They let something play out through someone else because they didn't do anything when it mattered. Now is the time for you. It's holy. It's soft. It's important. There is a small opening in the window. There is no time stamp on this message that shows when it ends. But when it was sent for the first time, what happens next depends on what you pick. What will happen if you say yes in your heart? Things that you could never work or plan for will happen. It's going to happen without any problems. That is God speeding up. You haven't been being watched with envious eyes from far away. They've been interested in my child, my beloved. They know you're not like them. When you're there, people in the room feel like something changes. This is not being proud. Being here means being present. The thought that even when you couldn't feel Him, God was with you and leading you. That's what you've always had. But now is the time for it to show itself. Be honest and produce fruit. That's why this message feels heavy. I'm not just giving them hope. It's the spark. It's not just a dream. Things are different now. You were not created to be quiet. You were made to shine, not to be noticed, but to do something. You need to wake up as you read these words. You're not shaking because you're scared. It's fire. My beloved child is about to get access to money. I'm not joking when I say this. The delay that was in your hands has been seen, and it is being broken not by chance, but by alignment. You're in a flow that you didn't earn. There isn't enough food here to live. There is a reason for this rule. You won't see it coming, and it will come from places and people you didn't plan for. Most people will not understand this, but you will because you will remember this moment. You'll remember this message so you'll know it wasn't a guess. It was a notice of order. You know what? I have to tell you something that could make you cry if you let it. You've never been by yourself. Not once. Every night when you cried, I stood next to you. There was no place in heaven where you didn't feel like someone could see you. We saw every lie and every loss. Whenever you thought about whether you were worth it, we didn't let you down. We were moved. You weren't strong because of what you said. It was how you kept going. Even when no one told you how great you were. God knows everything. The reward is almost here. Get it right now. You should do it because God wants you to, not because you have to. Not fair grace. Not deserved grace. Grace that never ends. You will soon hear a name you have never heard before. My child, my beloved. Heaven has saved this one just for you. This person will have the keys to a door that you can't open on your own. Think about things. Get ready. Don't forget that the people you sent are not your job. That's what I said. The peace, the presence, and the right time will all match what you've heard here when this person shows up. Do not question it. Don't let the past get in the way of your future plans. Don't close your door. Do not get harder. Heaven needs to do what it does best. Good job if you stayed until the end and paid attention. You have no idea how important the choice is. We don't have to be ruled by messaging. They come to get us back together. You won't find silence here. You are all being asked to get clear. We can go in a better direction if we listen at the right time. Chaos grows when we don't pay attention to ourselves. After this, take some time. Thoughts, take a deep breath. You can stay in touch with messages that make you think. If it feels right to you, you can subscribe. You are still being led. You'll be okay. If you haven't missed anything, please share this message if it made you want to obey, not just get views. When you speak a prophetic word, the anointing is set off to reach beyond you. Who knows what God does in your life might help someone else make a big change. One last act of faith to show that you agree. Just click like on this video. If you like something, you can be a part of it. When you know what God is doing, you can get help, favor, and direction right where you are. Right now, before we finish this moving story, let's think about this important truth. This message wasn't found by accident. This isn't just a lucky break. This is a message from Archangel Michael to you directly. He's putting out his hand and inviting you to join a safe, high vibrational community where divine abundance is not just a hope, it's a promise. This holy rule is very easy to understand, but it can make a huge difference in your life. They will not only bless you, they will multiply and flow into every part of your life if you follow them. You can get early access to powerful content and divine insights that aren't available to everyone right now. If you accept this invitation, you can now go into a holy place where you will get spiritual help, unwavering support, and quick progress toward your destiny. Use the unique link in the pinned comment to join Archangel Michael's close group of people who want to get to know each other better. In this way, you can be sure that you never miss the personal messages that are meant to help and encourage you. But just being here, paying attention, and coming together means a lot. Do it. Your plenty is waiting. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is a divine appointment meant specifically for you. You are being invited into a protected faith-filled community at the link in the description and pinned comment. A place where divine abundance is not just a hope but a promise built on the Word. By heading to the site right now, you are unlocking access to a sacred community of like-minded believers. When you join our membership tiers, you gain immediate entry to powerful content, daily devotions, and divine insights that are hidden from the world. This is your chance to enter a sanctuary where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support on our prayer wall, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join our inner circle through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the personalized messages and spiritual warfare tools meant to elevate your life. If you feel called to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. For those who want to amplify this work and carry the light home, you can find our guided ebooks and Bibles in the pinned comment. Whether you join as a member or sow a seed through our resources, your presence and energy change the world. Take the step. Your abundance awaits.